Dinosaurs have fascinated people for generations, capturing our imaginations with their incredible size, mysterious extinction, and the clues they left behind in fossils. While popular culture often paints them as massive, mindless reptiles, paleontologists have uncovered countless surprising details that reveal dinosaurs to be far more dynamic and complex than we once thought. From feathered hunters to social creatures capable of forming herds, dinosaurs were creatures of remarkable diversity and adaptability. In this video, we'll explore 10 fascinating facts about dinosaurs that may change the way you think about these ancient giants. Prepare to discover the unexpected side of dinosaurs. 1. Dinosaurs were all massive, scaly, and fearsome creatures. The term dinosaur, derived from the Greek words deinos, meaning terrible, and sauros, meaning lizard, has long evoked images of immense, terrifying, and predatory reptiles. Coined by British paleontologist Sir Richard Owen in 1842, this label has shaped public perception of dinosaurs as monstrous, fearsome creatures for over a century. However, as our knowledge of these ancient animals has expanded, it's become increasingly clear that this description is misleading and oversimplified. The dinosaur clade was incredibly diverse, spanning a vast range of sizes, diets, behaviors, and adaptations that are largely unrecognized in popular depictions. Dinosaurs were far more than the monstrous, terrible lizards of popular imagination. One of the most significant misconceptions is that all dinosaurs were enormous, terrifying predators like Tyrannosaurus rex. While T. rex itself was a large, powerful, and fearsome carnivore, dinosaurs as a group varied drastically in size and shape. Dinosaurs included creatures as large as Argentinosaurus, a sauropod that could reach lengths of over 100 feet and weights of up to 100 tons, towering peacefully above treetops in search of vegetation. On the opposite end of the spectrum, some dinosaurs were as small as Compsognathus, a late Jurassic species that measured just over 3 feet in length and likely weighed no more than 6.5 pounds, comparable to a modern chicken. These small dinosaurs were quick and agile, feeding on insects and small animals, and were not remotely similar to the terrifying image suggested by terrible lizard. Moreover, many dinosaurs were herbivorous, with specialized adaptations for consuming plants rather than hunting prey. The sauropods, a group that included giants like Brachiosaurus, Diplodocus, and Apatosaurus, were some of the largest dinosaurs to walk the earth. These gentle giants possessed long necks, which allowed them to reach vegetation that other herbivores could not access. Brachiosaurus, for example, had a unique body structure with front limbs longer than its hind limbs, giving it an upright posture ideal for browsing tall trees. Its long neck, massive size, and peg-like teeth were adaptations for stripping leaves from branches and consuming large quantities of plant material, fueling its enormous body. Far from being terrible, these dinosaurs played a vital role in shaping the ancient ecosystems they inhabited. In addition to the sauropods, many smaller herbivorous dinosaurs also populated the Mesozoic landscapes. Dinosaurs like Hypsilophodon and Leolinosaura were relatively small, lightly built herbivores that likely moved in herds to evade predation. Hypsilophodon, which lived during the early Cretaceous period, measured about 6 feet in length but weighed only around 100 pounds. It had sharp, ridged teeth ideal for grazing on low-lying vegetation and a lightweight, nimble body that enabled it to escape predators through speed and agility rather than through confrontation. Its social behavior and agility showcase an entirely different strategy for survival that didn't rely on size or strength. Further challenging the stereotype of dinosaurs as giant, scaly reptiles are the discoveries of feathered dinosaurs. The existence of feathered dinosaurs, especially among theropods, the same group that includes T. rex, has fundamentally reshaped our understanding of dinosaur appearance and behavior. Fossils of species like Velociraptor, Utaranus, and Archaeopteryx provide compelling evidence that feathers were common among certain dinosaurs. Archaeopteryx, sometimes regarded as the first bird, lived during the late Jurassic and provided a critical link in the evolutionary transition from dinosaurs to modern birds. With its feathered body, clawed wings, and lightweight bones, Archaeopteryx likely possessed some capacity for flight or gliding, suggesting that feathers initially evolved for functions beyond flight, such as thermoregulation or display. Another fascinating example is Utaranus huali, a large theropod discovered in China that also possessed a coat of feathers. Unlike the scaly depiction in movies, Utaranus was a feathered predator weighing over a ton. Its feathers likely served as insulation in cooler climates, demonstrating the adaptive versatility of feathers beyond the flight functions seen in birds today. The presence of feathers on these dinosaurs suggests that many other theropods, including smaller carnivores and possibly even young T-Rex individuals, might have been feathered as well. 2. All dinosaurs went extinct 65 million years ago. The idea that all dinosaurs went extinct 65 million years ago at the end of the Cretaceous period is one of the most pervasive misconceptions about these ancient creatures. While it's true that a significant extinction event occurred around this time, leading to the disappearance of many dinosaur species, this event was not an absolute wipeout. A massive extinction, known as the Cretaceous-Paleogene (KPG) extinction, undoubtedly caused the end of most dinosaur species, including the large, non-avian dinosaurs that once roamed the Earth. However, the lineage that we now recognize as birds survived, giving rise to modern avian species that continue to thrive today. This understanding has fundamentally reshaped our perception of dinosaurs. Instead of viewing them merely as ancient, extinct reptiles, we now recognize that some lineages of dinosaurs adapted, evolved, and survived through this catastrophe, allowing them to persist and diversify over millions of years. Approximately 66 million years ago, Earth experienced the KPG extinction event, one of the most devastating mass extinctions in the planet's history. This extinction marks the boundary between the Cretaceous and Paleogene periods and saw the disappearance of around 75% of Earth's species, including nearly all non-avian dinosaurs. Scientists widely believe that the extinction was triggered by a large asteroid impact that struck the Yucatan Peninsula, creating the Chicxulub crater. The impact was incredibly powerful, releasing energy equivalent to billions of atomic bombs and triggering immediate catastrophic consequences such as massive fires, shock waves, and earthquakes. Additionally, the collision threw enormous amounts of dust and particles into the atmosphere, blocking sunlight and disrupting global temperatures, a condition known as an impact winter. The long-lasting effects of this impact led to a cascade of ecological consequences. The darkness and cooling severely impacted plant life by inhibiting photosynthesis, which in turn led to a collapse in food chains that depended on vegetation. Large herbivorous dinosaurs, deprived of their food sources, could not survive, and the carnivorous dinosaurs that depended on them were similarly doomed. Despite the overwhelming destruction, however, the KPG event did not result in the complete extinction of all dinosaur lineages. Smaller theropods, feathered, bird-like dinosaurs, are thought to have survived due to certain characteristics that made them more resilient in such challenging conditions. Traits like feathers, small body size, and the ability to maintain higher metabolic rates may have allowed these animals to adapt to changing temperatures and food scarcity, ultimately giving rise to modern birds. One of the most profound revelations in paleontology is the recognition that birds are, in fact, the direct descendants of theropod dinosaurs. This discovery has fundamentally changed our understanding of what constitutes a dinosaur and reshaped our perception of these ancient creatures as part of a lineage that continues to the present day. Fossils of bird-like dinosaurs reveal remarkable similarities in skeletal structures, feathers, and even reproductive behaviors, linking them directly to modern birds. The transitional fossil Archaeopteryx, often regarded as the first bird, showcases a blend of dinosaur and avian characteristics, such as feathers and a wishbone, combined with teeth and clawed fingers more typical of theropods. These features make Archaeopteryx a critical piece of evidence in understanding the evolutionary transition from non-avian dinosaurs to birds. Over millions of years, these small, bird-like theropods adapted to changing environmental pressures and eventually diversified into the vast array of bird species we see today. Today's birds, often called avian dinosaurs, are descendants of a group that survived the KPG extinction event, illustrating how a portion of the dinosaur lineage not only survived but also flourished after the extinction of their non-avian relatives. With around 10,000 bird species worldwide, birds are among the most diverse vertebrate groups on Earth, filling ecological roles from predators to pollinators, from seed dispersers to scavengers, and living in environments from tropical forests to Arctic tundras. The specific traits that allowed certain theropods to survive the KPG extinction event offer fascinating insights into the adaptability and resilience of life. Unlike larger dinosaurs that were heavily reliant on specific ecosystems and food chains, these smaller, feathered theropods possessed a range of adaptive traits that gave them a survival advantage. For instance, feathers likely played a crucial role in helping these animals maintain stable body temperatures during the colder post-impact climate. Some early avian dinosaurs may have had the ability to glide or fly, which could have allowed them to escape predators or access food sources that were inaccessible to ground-dwelling dinosaurs. Being able to eat a variety of foods would have increased their chances of finding sustenance in a time when traditional food chains were severely disrupted. Bird-like dinosaurs reproduced relatively quickly, which may have enabled their populations to recover more rapidly than species with slower reproductive cycles. These traits would have made the difference between life and extinction for avian dinosaurs. Species with an omnivorous diet, such as early shorebird-like creatures, may have been able to survive on coastal resources, finding sustenance in fish and marine invertebrates while inland ecosystems collapsed. The flexibility of such adaptations was essential in a post-impact world where food resources were scarce and environmental conditions were highly unstable. The extinction of non-avian dinosaurs opened up new ecological niches, leading to the diversification of mammals and birds. Mammals, which had previously been mostly small nocturnal creatures, began to occupy roles that the large herbivorous and carnivorous dinosaurs once held. This era, known as the Paleogene period, saw mammals evolving into a variety of new forms, including large herbivores, omnivores, and apex predators. Meanwhile, birds continued to evolve and adapt to a variety of ecological niches, from forest-dwelling insect eaters to large, flightless runners like ostriches. The adaptive radiation of mammals and birds following the KPG extinction demonstrates the resilience of life and the capacity of species to exploit new opportunities after catastrophic events reshape the natural world. The fossil record provides compelling evidence for the survival of bird-like dinosaurs after the KPG extinction. Fossils from the early Paleogene period include bird-like creatures that lived alongside early mammals, offering a glimpse into a world where avian dinosaurs continued to thrive in a post-extinction landscape. The Yishan Formation in China, famous for its well-preserved feathered dinosaur fossils, has provided some of the most significant insights into the connection between theropods and birds. This formation includes fossils of species like Confucius ornis and Ichthyornis, which show a mix of primitive and modern avian traits, highlighting the diversity of avian dinosaurs that survived into the Paleogene. In particular, the discovery of toothed birds like Ichthyornis, which had both dinosaurian and avian features, demonstrates that many transitional forms existed, bridging the gap between non-avian dinosaurs and modern birds. These fossils not only confirm that some dinosaurs survived the mass extinction but also show how rapidly they diversified in the new environments of the Paleogene. The realization that birds are descendants of dinosaurs has fundamentally altered how we view dinosaurs. Rather than viewing them as ancient, extinct reptiles, we can see dinosaurs as a lineage that has adapted and endured through one of Earth's most catastrophic events. This understanding highlights the resilience and adaptability of dinosaurs, showing that certain lineages were able to survive and even thrive under the extreme selective pressures of the KPG extinction. Birds, therefore, are living representatives of the dinosaur family, embodying the traits and adaptability that allowed their ancestors to survive when so many other species perished. This perspective also deepens our understanding of extinction events. While the KPG event was indeed devastating, it was not an absolute end. Certain species with adaptable traits were able to persist and evolve, shaping future ecosystems in ways we are only beginning to fully appreciate. Today's birds, from the tiny hummingbird to the powerful eagle, serve as a reminder that the legacy of dinosaurs lives on. Instead of merely viewing dinosaurs as ancient, monstrous reptiles, we can appreciate them as a dynamic group whose evolutionary success continues to shape life on Earth today. This expanded view reveals dinosaurs as complex, resilient creatures that overcame immense challenges and thrived, leaving behind a legacy that spans both prehistoric and modern times. 3. Tyrannosaurus rex was the largest and most ferocious dinosaur. The Tyrannosaurus rex, commonly known as T-Rex, is widely regarded as one of the most powerful and terrifying dinosaurs to have ever existed, largely due to its immense size, powerful jaws, and iconic portrayal in popular culture. Though T-Rex was indeed an apex predator with impressive adaptations, it was neither the largest nor the most unique in terms of ferocity. While T-Rex could reach lengths of up to 40 feet (12 meters) and weigh around 9 tons, it was not the largest theropod. Spinosaurus aegyptiacus, a giant theropod discovered in North Africa, was potentially longer, reaching up to 50 feet (15 meters) and weighing between 7 and 10 tons. Unlike T-Rex, Spinosaurus was adapted to a semi-aquatic lifestyle, with a long, narrow, crocodile-like snout suited for catching fish and conical teeth ideal for gripping slippery prey. Evidence suggests that Spinosaurus likely fed in rivers and coastal areas, occupying a unique ecological niche as a fish-eating predator rather than a land-based hunter. Another theropod, Giganotosaurus carolinii, discovered in South America, also rivaled T-Rex in size, with some estimates placing it at around 43 feet 13 meters in length. Although Giganotosaurus was slightly lighter than T-Rex, weighing approximately 6 to 8 tons, it was built with a slender, streamlined frame and blade-like teeth designed for slicing through flesh rather than crushing bones. This morphology likely allowed Giganotosaurus to hunt the massive herbivorous dinosaurs like Argentinosaurus that roamed its environment, suggesting that it relied on quick, slashing bites to subdue prey rather than the bone-crushing power that characterized T-Rex. While T-Rex may not have been the largest theropod, it was still one of the most specialized, with adaptations that set it apart as a dominant predator in its North American habitat. T-Rex had one of the strongest bite forces ever recorded, estimated at approximately 12,800 pounds per square inch psi, nearly double the bite force of a modern crocodile. This formidable bite allowed T-Rex to crush bones, providing access to nutrient-rich marrow, an advantage that may have helped it compete in its environment. Its teeth, some of which reached up to 12 inches 30 centimeters in length, were serrated and conical, designed to withstand the pressure of crushing and tearing through tough prey. In contrast to the slicing teeth of Giganotosaurus, T-Rex's robust, serrated teeth allowed it to tear through flesh and crush bones in a single bite, indicating a powerful feeding strategy that was unique among large theropods. Furthermore, T-Rex's massive skull, combined with powerful neck muscles, enabled it to deliver quick, forceful bites and ambush its prey with devastating efficiency. It likely relied on short bursts of speed and ambush tactics rather than extended chases, making it an effective predator of the massive herbivores, such as Triceratops and Edmontosaurus, that roamed its ecosystem. The ecological roles and hunting behaviors of T-Rex, Spinosaurus, and Giganotosaurus differed significantly based on their respective habitats. While T-Rex was the apex predator in a terrestrial ecosystem, sharing its environment with other large herbivores and possibly scavenging when needed, Spinosaurus was adapted to a semi-aquatic life, where its long, crocodile-like jaws and conical teeth allowed it to prey on fish in riverine and coastal environments. Some studies even suggest that Spinosaurus may have had adaptations for swimming, such as dense bones for buoyancy control, further setting it apart from land-based predators like T-Rex and Giganotosaurus. In South America, Giganotosaurus coexisted with giant sauropods like Argentinosaurus and was likely adapted to tackle these enormous herbivores. Unlike T-Rex's bone-crushing abilities, Giganotosaurus used its blade-like teeth to deliver slicing wounds, incapacitating its prey and reflecting a distinct predatory strategy suited to the open plains and vast landscapes of its environment. These ecological distinctions highlight how each of these apex predators evolved specific adaptations to thrive in different environments, showcasing the diversity and specialization within large theropods. Another intriguing aspect of T-Rex and other large theropods involves their potential intelligence and social behavior. Studies of T-Rex's brain structure indicate a relatively high level of intelligence for a dinosaur, potentially comparable to that of modern birds of prey. This level of brain function suggests that T-Rex may have had a keen sense of smell, supported by its large olfactory bulbs, which would have enabled it to locate prey or carrion from great distances. This heightened sense of smell may have been crucial for scavenging, especially in a competitive ecosystem. While fossil evidence does not conclusively show whether T-Rex hunted alone or in packs, some scientists speculate that it may have occasionally cooperated with others, possibly within family groups, although it is often depicted as a solitary predator. By contrast, both Spinosaurus and Giganotosaurus show fewer signs of potential social behavior, with most fossil evidence pointing to a solitary hunting style adapted to the specific needs of their environments. The myth of T-Rex as the largest and most fearsome dinosaur has been significantly influenced by media portrayals, particularly through movies like Jurassic Park. These films often exaggerate T-Rex's characteristics, reinforcing its role as the ultimate predator and overshadowing other equally impressive theropods. In reality, T-Rex, Spinosaurus, and Giganotosaurus each occupied unique ecological niches and represented the apex of predation within their specific habitats, each with distinctive adaptations that suited their lifestyles. By focusing primarily on T-Rex, popular culture has overlooked the complexity and diversity of these other massive theropods, which were equally fascinating and specialized in their ways. T-Rex's fame as the biggest and scariest dinosaur stems more from its iconic status in media than its actual supremacy among prehistoric predators. Ultimately, while Tyrannosaurus rex was undoubtedly a formidable predator with remarkable adaptations for hunting large terrestrial prey, it was not the only, nor the absolute largest apex predator among dinosaurs. Dinosaurs like Spinosaurus, with its semi-aquatic lifestyle and unique adaptations for hunting fish, and Giganotosaurus, specialized in preying on giant herbivores, reveal a broader range of specialized predatory behaviors that highlight the diversity within theropod dinosaurs. Recognizing the unique adaptations of T-Rex, Spinosaurus, Giganotosaurus, and other massive theropods allows for a richer and more nuanced understanding of dinosaur ecosystems, where T-Rex was one of many powerful predators in a world filled with giants, each adapted to thrive in their respective environments. This complex view of dinosaur diversity reveals that T-Rex, though undoubtedly fearsome, was part of a varied and dynamic prehistoric world, where other apex predators were equally impressive in their strength, size, and specialization. For dinosaurs were cold-blooded like modern reptiles. For many years, dinosaurs were assumed to be cold-blooded creatures, much like modern reptiles because they were classified as reptiles, and it was commonly believed they shared traits with today's lizards and crocodiles. Cold-blooded or ectothermic, animals rely on external sources to regulate their body temperature, which limits their activity and confines them to specific climates where they can absorb warmth from the environment. By contrast, warm-blooded or endothermic, animals generate their own heat through metabolic processes, allowing them to remain active in a range of climates and sustain high-energy activities. This internal temperature regulation enables mammals and birds to be more versatile in their habitats and behaviors, qualities that may have also characterized some dinosaur species. Early assumptions that dinosaurs were ectothermic have been increasingly challenged as scientists uncover new evidence suggesting that many dinosaurs might have had metabolic rates closer to those of warm-blooded animals or perhaps occupied a unique middle ground known as mesothermy, where they retained some heat through internal processes but still relied partly on environmental factors. One key source of evidence comes from the bone structures and growth rates observed in fossilized dinosaur bones. In warm-blooded animals, rapid growth patterns are common, whereas cold-blooded animals grow more slowly, with fewer signs of constant activity. Studies of dinosaur bones, however, show growth rings, known as lines of arrested growth, lags, indicating fast and sustained growth rates, particularly in species such as Tyrannosaurus rex and Brachiosaurus. Additionally, dinosaur bones often contain haversian canals, structures linked to high metabolic rates that deliver blood and nutrients to bone tissue. Such rapid growth rates and internal bone structures are commonly found in warm-blooded animals, offering strong support for the idea that dinosaurs could maintain high metabolic levels and grow quickly, traits typical of endothermic organisms. The evolutionary relationship between dinosaurs and birds has also contributed significantly to the idea that dinosaurs were not strictly ectothermic. Birds, which evolved from theropod dinosaurs, are endothermic animals with high metabolic rates, indicating that at least some dinosaur lineages were likely warm-blooded. Fossils of small, feathered theropods, including Velociraptor and Archaeopteryx, exhibit characteristics that suggest active, high-energy lifestyles, and the presence of feathers on these dinosaurs may indicate that these structures evolved initially for temperature regulation rather than flight, helping the animals retain body heat. This close evolutionary link between theropods and birds supports the idea that some dinosaurs had the ability to generate and maintain internal heat, similar to birds today. Moreover, the presence of feathers, skeletal structures, and even respiratory systems in certain dinosaurs suggests that these animals may have been warm-blooded, allowing for a high degree of activity and adaptability across diverse environments. Still, not all dinosaurs exhibit traits of full endothermy, leading researchers to explore the possibility that some dinosaurs had a mesothermic metabolism, allowing them to function with a mix of ectothermic and endothermic characteristics. Animals like sharks and tuna exhibit this form of mesothermy, generating internal heat yet relying somewhat on environmental conditions to maintain their body temperature. Large-bodied dinosaurs such as Stegosaurus and Diplodocus might have benefited from a mesothermic metabolism, with their sheer body size allowing them to retain heat efficiently while minimizing the energetic costs associated with full endothermy. This intermediate metabolic state would have allowed these massive dinosaurs to remain active without requiring the constant energy intake of fully endothermic animals, thus supporting a broad distribution in various climates without the strict limitations faced by modern cold-blooded reptiles. Recent advances in paleontological research, particularly through the analysis of fossilized soft tissues and isotopic composition, have provided even more evidence that dinosaurs could regulate their body temperatures. By examining oxygen isotopes in fossilized bones, scientists can infer the temperatures at which these bones formed, and many isotopic studies suggest that some dinosaurs had stable internal temperatures similar to those found in warm-blooded animals. Additionally, the discovery of fossilized soft tissues, though rare, has revealed structural adaptations potentially linked to thermoregulation. For example, some skin impressions and preserved soft tissues in dinosaur fossils hint at physiological mechanisms that may have allowed these creatures to maintain a more consistent internal temperature, further challenging the notion that they were purely ectothermic. The potential endothermy or mesothermy in dinosaurs not only provides a new perspective on their physiology but also offers insights into their behavior, ecology, and evolutionary success. With a higher metabolism, dinosaurs would have been capable of sustained activity levels, allowing them to hunt, forage, and evade predators over extended distances. This adaptability likely played a significant role in their ecological dominance across a wide range of environments over their 165 million-year reign. Unlike cold-blooded animals that are limited to warm climates, endothermic or mesothermic dinosaurs could have thrived in diverse habitats, including cooler climates where modern reptiles could not survive, potentially contributing to their broad geographic distribution. Additionally, a higher metabolic rate would explain the rapid growth seen in many dinosaur species, which allowed them to reach maturity quickly and better withstand predation pressures, providing them with a competitive edge in their ecosystems. The more nuanced understanding of dinosaur metabolism ultimately shifts the way we view these prehistoric giants. Rather than being cold-blooded reptiles restricted to tropical or temperate regions, dinosaurs likely represented a wide metabolic spectrum, with some displaying traits of full endothermy, others adopting mesothermic adaptations, and perhaps a few relying more heavily on external sources for heat. This metabolic diversity would have made dinosaurs exceptionally adaptable, resilient, and capable of dominating Earth's ecosystems across vastly different climates and regions. The traditional view of dinosaurs as sluggish, cold-blooded creatures has given way to a perspective that highlights their adaptability, activity levels, and metabolic complexity. Recognizing that dinosaurs might have had unique metabolic adaptations gives us a clearer picture of their behavior, physiology, and evolutionary strategies, ultimately showing them as dynamic animals that were able to thrive in various climates and ecological niches. The evidence supporting endothermy or mesothermy in many dinosaurs also deepens our appreciation of birds, the modern descendants of theropods, as the inheritors of this rich and complex lineage. Thus, dinosaurs are not simply ancient reptiles but were dynamic, metabolically diverse animals whose adaptability may have been key to their prolonged dominance and eventual evolution into the birds we see today.
5. The dinosaurs were old giant creatures.
The widespread perception that all dinosaurs were massive creatures towering over the landscape is deeply embedded in popular culture, largely due to the discovery of colossal fossils such as those of Tyrannosaurus rex, Brachiosaurus, and Diplodocus, which tend to capture public imagination and dominate museum exhibits. However, the reality is that dinosaurs existed in an astonishing diversity of sizes, from the gigantic Argentinosaurus, potentially reaching 100 feet in length and weighing over 100 tons, down to the petite Microraptor, a small, feathered dinosaur measuring only about 2 feet in length and weighing roughly 1 kilogram. This diversity in size reflects the adaptability of dinosaurs across a wide range of ecological roles and environments, where varying body sizes and physical characteristics provided distinct survival advantages. Smaller dinosaurs, like Compsognathus, which was about the size of a turkey, demonstrate that many dinosaurs were modest in size and likely relied on speed and agility rather than sheer mass to survive. Compsognathus likely preyed on small vertebrates and insects, a sharp contrast to the typical image of dinosaurs as slow, lumbering giants. The misconception that all dinosaurs were enormous is partly due to an overrepresentation of large fossils in museums and the public eye. Larger bones tend to fossilize more effectively than smaller ones, making large dinosaurs appear more prevalent in the fossil record. This prevalence of large skeletons also stems from the fact that museum exhibits often favor these impressive, attention-grabbing fossils to attract visitors, reinforcing the skewed perception of dinosaurs as exclusively giant creatures. Despite their smaller size, these diminutive dinosaurs exhibited fascinating and unique adaptations that allowed them to thrive in a range of environments. Microraptor, for instance, was a small, four-winged dinosaur with feathered limbs, enabling it to glide or even fly short distances through forested areas, allowing it to efficiently hunt insects and other small prey. Another example is Leolinosaura, a small herbivorous dinosaur from ancient Australia that grew only about 2 to 3 feet in length and was adapted to polar conditions, with large eyes that helped it see in the dimly lit environments of its habitat. These smaller dinosaurs highlight the extraordinary adaptability of dinosaur physiology, demonstrating that size alone was not the key to their survival. Rather, traits such as agility, specialized diets, and adaptations to unique environmental conditions also played crucial roles. Smaller dinosaurs occupied essential ecological niches, fulfilling roles that sustained the balance and health of dinosaur ecosystems. Just as small mammals today control insect populations and graze on specific plants to maintain ecological stability, these smaller dinosaurs contributed significantly to the dynamics of their ecosystems. For instance, small herbivorous dinosaurs would have helped control plant growth, preventing any single species from overtaking the landscape, while small predatory dinosaurs played a vital role in controlling populations of insects and other small animals, thus supporting a diverse and balanced food chain. This diversity in dinosaur size and ecological function reflects the complexity of Mesozoic ecosystems, where smaller dinosaurs were just as vital as the larger ones, each contributing uniquely to the stability and success of their habitats. Moreover, the presence of small dinosaurs has profoundly influenced our understanding of dinosaur evolution, especially in relation to modern birds. Many small, feathered theropods, such as Archaeopteryx and Anchiornis, provide critical insights into the evolution of flight and the transitional pathway from dinosaurs to avian species. These diminutive dinosaurs bridge the evolutionary gap between non-avian dinosaurs and birds, indicating that birds evolved not from giant dinosaurs but from small, agile theropods that exhibited bird-like features, such as feathers and lightweight skeletons. This discovery of small, feathered dinosaurs has been instrumental in showing that dinosaurs were not limited to enormous body sizes and slow movement. Instead, many were light, quick, and adapted for aerial or gliding lifestyles. The adaptations seen in these smaller, bird-like dinosaurs further reveal that the evolutionary success of dinosaurs was not merely due to their physical size but to a broad spectrum of morphological diversity, which allowed them to adapt to numerous ecological niches and conditions. In fact, smaller size often offered evolutionary advantages, particularly in times of environmental stress or resource scarcity. Smaller dinosaurs required less food, reproduced more quickly, and were more resilient in the face of ecological disturbances than their larger counterparts. Their compact size allowed them to exploit diverse habitats inaccessible to large dinosaurs, such as dense forests and rocky areas, where they could forage and evade predators. During the end Cretaceous extinction event, this adaptability and resilience likely contributed to the survival of certain dinosaur lineages that eventually evolved into birds. By being able to recover more quickly from environmental shocks and survive in diverse microenvironments, smaller dinosaurs displayed an adaptability that may have been essential to the continuity of the dinosaur lineage in the face of catastrophic changes. While large dinosaurs like Argentinosaurus, Tyrannosaurus rex, and Brachiosaurus undeniably capture our attention with their sheer size and grandeur, the notion that all dinosaurs were giants is a misconception that overlooks the rich diversity within this group. Dinosaurs ranged from enormous, slow-moving herbivores and towering predators to tiny, nimble insectivores, each uniquely adapted to thrive in the prehistoric world. This diversity in size and adaptation reveals that dinosaurs were a highly adaptable and complex group, able to occupy and dominate a wide array of ecological roles and environments for over 165 million years. Recognizing the broad range of dinosaur sizes helps us better appreciate them as dynamic and versatile creatures, whose success was not solely based on their size but on their capacity to evolve and adapt in varied and sometimes extreme environments. By understanding dinosaurs as a group that included both giants and tiny, agile creatures, we gain a fuller appreciation of their evolutionary success and the resilience that allowed them to thrive in the Mesozoic world and ultimately lead to the evolution of birds, the living legacy of this fascinating and diverse lineage. 6. Dinosaurs were slow and sluggish creatures. The widespread belief that dinosaurs were slow and sluggish creatures likely originated from early depictions of them as massive, cold-blooded reptiles that dragged their tails and lumbered slowly across prehistoric landscapes. This image was partly due to the early view of dinosaurs as cold-blooded animals, similar to modern reptiles, which are often limited in their activity levels. However, research over the past few decades has thoroughly debunked this notion, revealing that many dinosaurs were highly active, agile, and capable of rapid movement. Evidence from their skeletal structure and muscle attachments indicates that numerous dinosaur species, particularly theropods like Velociraptor and Tyrannosaurus rex, were physically built for speed and power. Theropods had lightweight, hollow bones that reduced their body weight, similar to those of modern birds, allowing for quick, efficient movement. Strong muscle attachments in their legs suggest they could accelerate rapidly, enabling them to sprint, pounce, and maneuver effectively in pursuit of prey. Studies of Tyrannosaurus rex's biomechanics suggest it could reach speeds of up to 12 to 20 miles per hour, while smaller theropods like Velociraptor may have been even faster, relying on agility to catch smaller, swift-moving prey. Another vital source of evidence challenging the idea of sluggish dinosaurs comes from fossilized trackways, preserved footprints that provide insights into their speed and behavior. Trackways often reveal parallel sets of footprints, suggesting that some dinosaurs traveled in groups or packs, indicating active social behavior. Other tracks show evidence of running speeds comparable to those of modern large mammals, debunking the notion that dinosaurs were inherently slow. For instance, tracks from ornithopods, a group of bipedal herbivores, show estimated running speeds of up to 25 miles per hour, revealing that even some herbivores were highly capable of fast, coordinated movement. Trackways also suggest that dinosaurs could change directions quickly and maintain a coordinated pace within a group, indicating they were more dynamic and socially engaged than previously assumed. Further supporting the idea of active dinosaurs is the growing evidence that many species had a high metabolic rate, suggesting they were warm-blooded, or at least partially warm-blooded, mesothermic. This adaptation would have allowed them to sustain higher levels of activity than cold-blooded animals, supporting behaviors such as hunting, foraging, and group movements over long periods. The presence of feathers in many theropods, including small species like Microraptor and Sinosauropteryx, is a strong indicator that these dinosaurs were capable of thermoregulation. Feathers would have helped these animals maintain body heat, a key trait for sustaining active lifestyles, especially in cooler environments. This evidence supports the view that many dinosaurs, particularly smaller, feathered theropods, were highly active animals with a physiology closer to that of warm-blooded birds than to cold-blooded reptiles. Theropods, especially agile hunters like Deinonychus and Velociraptor, also display advanced predatory adaptations that require agility, strength, and speed. These predators had sharp claws, keen eyesight, and lightweight bodies designed for ambushing and stalking prey. The sickle-shaped claws of dromaeosaurs allowed them to grip and tackle prey precisely, while their strong hind limbs facilitated rapid, dynamic movements. Such adaptations align with those of modern agile predators, suggesting that theropod dinosaurs were not slow at all but rather highly skilled and fast-moving hunters capable of executing complex hunting strategies. Large herbivorous dinosaurs also demonstrated surprising agility and complex social behavior, challenging the notion of sluggish, plodding giants. Fossilized bone beds and trackways indicate that some herbivores, such as Camarasaurus and Maiasaura, moved in herds, with younger individuals often positioned in the center of the group for protection. Herd movement requires coordination and responsiveness, suggesting that these dinosaurs had the ability to respond quickly to threats. Maiasaura fossils even show evidence of parental care, with adults possibly nurturing and protecting their young, behavior consistent with active, attentive animals rather than sluggish creatures. These findings imply that many herbivores exhibited dynamic social structures that would have required alertness and quick response to external threats. In conclusion, the traditional view of dinosaurs as slow, sluggish creatures has been thoroughly challenged by evidence from skeletal structures, trackways, metabolic traits, and behavioral patterns. Dinosaurs like Velociraptor and Deinonychus were agile, fast-moving predators with specialized adaptations for rapid movement, while even larger herbivores demonstrated complex social behaviors and herd dynamics that required coordination and agility. Fossilized trackways provide further proof that many dinosaurs could move quickly, often traveling in groups, and even engaged in behaviors requiring active social interactions. The discovery that many dinosaurs were warm-blooded or mesothermic supports the idea that they were capable of sustained activity levels unlike cold-blooded animals. Rather than slow-moving giants, dinosaurs were highly dynamic, ranging from swift hunters to socially complex herbivores, adapted to thrive in diverse ecosystems. This expanded understanding highlights dinosaurs as active, engaged participants in their environments, far more versatile and agile than the outdated stereotype of slow, lumbering giants. 7. Dinosaurs lived only in tropical regions. The widespread belief that dinosaurs only lived in warm, tropical environments likely originates from popular depictions that consistently portray them among lush, steamy jungles and humid rainforests. However, recent fossil discoveries and geological evidence have revealed that dinosaurs were highly adaptable creatures capable of thriving in a wide range of environments, including temperate, arid, and even polar regions. Fossil evidence from polar areas, deserts, and temperate zones demonstrates that dinosaurs were far more resilient and versatile than previously thought, exhibiting unique adaptations that allowed them to survive in climates with extreme seasonal changes, temperature fluctuations, and even prolonged darkness. For example, the discovery of dinosaur fossils in polar regions, such as those found in modern-day Antarctica and Alaska, provides compelling evidence that dinosaurs inhabited areas far outside the tropics. During the early Cretaceous period, Antarctica was closer to its current location, which meant it experienced periods of extreme cold and extended winter darkness. Yet fossils of dinosaurs like Cryolophosaurus, a large theropod with a distinct crest, and Antarctopelta, an armored herbivore, have been found in this region, suggesting that dinosaurs lived in cold climates and adapted to these seasonal extremes. In Alaska, fossils of Pachyrhinosaurus, a ceratopsid with a thick nose, and Edmontosaurus, a large duck-billed dinosaur, indicate that dinosaurs thrived in northern areas where they would have experienced long winters, extended daylight hours in summer, and colder temperatures than typically associated with dinosaurs. Dinosaurs likely developed specific adaptations to survive in these colder, more temperate regions. Small theropods such as Trudon and Dromaeosaurus, whose fossils have been found in northern areas, might have had feathers for insulation, helping them retain body heat and survive colder conditions. Feathers would have provided a crucial adaptation in maintaining body temperature, suggesting that some dinosaurs could regulate their own body heat to a degree. Additionally, some paleontologists hypothesize that certain polar dinosaurs may have entered a hibernation-like state or torpor during the harshest winter months to conserve energy and withstand limited food supplies and freezing temperatures. Polar dinosaurs likely adapted not only to cold temperatures but also to long periods of darkness during winter and prolonged daylight during summer, a lifestyle requiring physiological and behavioral flexibility similar to modern animals in polar regions. The possibility of seasonal migration offers another explanation for how dinosaurs might have coped with extreme conditions. Some scientists believe that certain large herbivores such as Edmontosaurus and Pachyrhinosaurus migrated in large herds, moving from colder regions to more temperate areas in search of food and favorable climates during the winter. Evidence from fossilized trackways and bone beds suggests that these dinosaurs traveled in groups, indicating a social structure that facilitated migration. Migration would have allowed these dinosaurs to access food sources year-round and avoid the most severe winter conditions, mirroring the migratory behavior of some large herbivorous mammals today. Dinosaurs also adapted to arid and semi-arid environments, challenging the notion that they were confined to lush tropical forests. Fossils of Velociraptor and Protoceratops have been discovered in the Gobi Desert, a region known for its extreme temperatures, limited water sources, and sparse vegetation. These desert-dwelling dinosaurs likely developed survival strategies such as water conservation behaviors, dietary flexibility, and specialized physical adaptations to cope with the harsh, dry climate. The presence of dinosaurs in desert ecosystems shows their remarkable adaptability, demonstrating that they could thrive in some of the most challenging environments on Earth. Continental drift, or the gradual shifting of Earth's land masses over millions of years, also played a significant role in the diversity of dinosaur habitats. During the Mesozoic era, the supercontinent Pangaea began to break apart, creating separate land masses that drifted into different climate zones. As the continents shifted, dinosaurs adapted to new environmental conditions, leading to the evolution of species suited to a wide variety of habitats, from tropical rainforests to arid deserts, temperate woodlands, and polar regions. Continental drift not only contributed to the distribution of dinosaurs across various climates but also spurred the diversification of dinosaur species as isolated populations evolved unique adaptations to the distinct environments of their regions. In conclusion, the idea that dinosaurs only lived in tropical regions has been thoroughly debunked by fossil evidence from polar, desert, and temperate zones. From feathered theropods in Alaska and Antarctica to hardy desert dwellers in the Gobi, dinosaurs demonstrated exceptional resilience and adaptability, thriving across a broad range of ecosystems and climates. Their ability to survive in extreme conditions, adapt to seasonal changes, and in some cases, migrate underscores the versatility of these ancient creatures. Rather than being confined to warm, tropical environments, dinosaurs were a diverse and adaptable group capable of living across Earth's varied landscapes, highlighting their evolutionary success and ecological dominance over millions of years. 8. Dinosaurs had no social structure or complex behavior. For many years, dinosaurs were thought to be solitary and lacking in complex social behavior, but recent research has painted a very different picture, showing that dinosaurs likely had rich social lives, engaged in intricate interactions, and even cared for their young. Fossil evidence from bone beds, trackways, nesting sites, and even microscopic analysis of bones now provides insight into the social structures of dinosaurs, revealing behaviors that parallel those of modern social animals. For example, mass fossilized bone beds containing remains of multiple individuals of the same species suggest that some dinosaurs, such as Camarasaurus and Centrosaurus, lived and traveled in herds, likely for protection and cooperative foraging. Such herd structures are evident from fossil sites where numerous individuals are preserved together, a strong indicator that they may have moved in groups to guard against predators and ensure access to food resources. Trackways, fossilized footprints that capture snapshots of movement and interaction, have also provided insights into the social behavior of dinosaurs. Certain trackways show parallel lines of footprints, indicating that dinosaurs traveled together in groups, with evidence suggesting they coordinated their pace and movement, similar to herd animals today. In some cases, trackways of smaller, younger dinosaurs are found alongside adults, implying that juveniles were protected within the group, possibly in the center of the herd, a behavior seen in modern herd animals like elephants and bison. This type of social behavior indicates that at least some dinosaurs may have exhibited a level of group cohesion and care for younger members, suggesting a level of social complexity. The discovery of nesting sites provides further evidence of complex behavior and social organization among certain dinosaur species. Fossilized nests with organized arrangements of eggs have been found for species such as Maiasaura, whose name means good mother lizard. Fossil nests of Maiasaura show that the adults not only laid their eggs in carefully prepared nests but also appeared to have returned to the nest to protect and care for the hatchlings after they emerged. Fossilized baby Maiasaura skeletons found in these nests suggest that the young stayed with their parents for a period after hatching, unable to walk independently until they matured, requiring parental care and feeding. This parental investment indicates a significant level of social and nurturing behavior, mirroring some aspects of modern bird and mammal parenting strategies. Further support for complex social interactions among dinosaurs comes from evidence of display structures like crests, horns, and frills in various dinosaur species, such as Triceratops and Pachycephalosaurus. These structures were likely used for visual communication, signaling dominance, attracting mates, or establishing social hierarchies within groups. Modern animals with similar display features, such as antelope, deer, and birds, use these structures in rituals of courtship and competition, suggesting that dinosaurs with elaborate physical features might have engaged in similar behaviors. The unique shapes and sizes of these display structures likely played roles in social interactions, with specific physical characteristics potentially helping individuals identify members of their own species and avoid conflicts with rivals. Additionally, microscopic bone analysis has provided clues about the life stages and growth rates of dinosaurs, helping paleontologists understand the social dynamics within groups. In some species, differences in bone density and structure between juveniles and adults indicate distinct social roles and physical development over time. Juveniles may have remained with adult groups for protection while they grew and developed the physical characteristics necessary for independent survival. By understanding these growth stages, scientists can infer that certain dinosaurs likely lived in structured groups, with young members relying on adult protection and guidance during their formative years. In conclusion, the outdated idea that dinosaurs were solitary and unsocial creatures has been thoroughly debunked by fossil evidence demonstrating complex behaviors, group dynamics, and even parental care. From herd movement and protective group structures to nurturing behaviors and social hierarchies, dinosaurs exhibited a rich tapestry of social interactions that allowed them to thrive in diverse environments. The presence of nesting sites, communal bone beds, intricate trackways, and species-specific display structures suggest that dinosaurs, much like modern animals, engaged in complex social behaviors that were essential for survival, communication, and reproduction. Rather than being isolated and simple-minded, dinosaurs were likely socially and behaviorally sophisticated, exhibiting traits that highlight their adaptability and evolutionary success. 9. Feathers were exclusive to birds and not dinosaurs. For a long time, feathers were thought to be exclusive to birds, reinforcing the idea that only birds possessed feathers while dinosaurs, as their reptilian ancestors, were entirely without them. However, a series of groundbreaking fossil discoveries over the last few decades has overturned this assumption, revealing that feathers were present in numerous dinosaur species and served a range of functions beyond flight. The discovery of feathered dinosaur fossils in places like China's Liaoning province has provided compelling evidence that feathers were more widespread among dinosaurs than previously thought. One of the most significant finds was Sinosauropteryx in the 1990s, a small theropod dinosaur whose preserved remains show traces of primitive, filament-like feathers along its body. Since then, fossils of other feathered dinosaurs have emerged, including Velociraptor, Microraptor, Anchiornis, and Uteranus, a large theropod with an extensive covering of feathers. These fossils reveal a variety of feather types, ranging from simple filaments to more complex, branched structures similar to modern bird feathers. The presence of feathers in theropods, a group of bipedal dinosaurs closely related to birds, suggests that feathers evolved long before the first true birds appeared, possibly as far back as 150 million years or more. Feathers in dinosaurs likely served diverse functions beyond flight, reflecting versatility that benefited different species in various ways. For small, tree-dwelling dinosaurs like Microraptor, feathers may have facilitated gliding, allowing them to move efficiently between trees to escape predators or locate food. But for larger theropods like Uteranus, which were too heavy for flight, feathers likely played a role in insulation, helping these dinosaurs retain body heat in colder climates. This discovery suggests that feathers initially evolved for thermoregulation rather than flight, serving as an adaptation to help dinosaurs maintain warmth in challenging climates. In addition to insulation, feathers may have been used for display, communication, and mate attraction, much like the brightly colored plumage in modern birds today, providing a visual tool for signaling in social and mating contexts. The discovery of feathers in dinosaurs has reshaped our understanding of their evolution. Rather than being an adaptation solely for flight, feathers likely originated as a versatile trait in early theropods, serving multiple roles such as thermoregulation, display, and eventually flight. This multifunctional nature of feathers suggests that they provided evolutionary advantages to a wide range of dinosaur species, underscoring feathers as an ancient, adaptable trait rather than a feature exclusive to birds. Additionally, the presence of feathers in non-avian dinosaurs strengthens the evolutionary link between dinosaurs and birds, showing that feathers were not unique to birds but rather part of a shared lineage within certain dinosaur groups. Further adding to our understanding, scientists have even been able to study pigment structures called melanosomes, preserved in some dinosaur feathers. By examining the melanosomes in fossils like those of Anchiornis, researchers have inferred that this dinosaur had a mix of black, white, and red coloration, providing a glimpse into the original appearance of its feathers. This ability to reconstruct color suggests that feathers were not only functional but may also have played roles in visual signaling, with color potentially used for species recognition, camouflage, or attracting mates as seen in modern birds. The ability to reveal coloration in dinosaur feathers helps bridge behavioral links between dinosaurs and birds, as vibrant colors could have contributed to complex social and mating behaviors among dinosaurs. These discoveries have significantly blurred the line between what we traditionally considered avian and non-avian traits. While feathers were once viewed as unique to birds, their presence in a variety of theropods illustrates a complex evolutionary history in which traits developed gradually and diversified across dinosaur lineages. As more feathered dinosaur fossils are uncovered, the distinction between dinosaurs and birds becomes less clear, suggesting that birds are better understood as modern, feathered theropods descended from these ancient feathered dinosaurs. Rather than being solely a characteristic of birds, feathers reflect the close evolutionary relationship between birds and certain dinosaur groups, underscoring the adaptability and complexity of these ancient creatures. In conclusion, the idea that feathers were exclusive to birds has been thoroughly debunked by fossil evidence showing feathers in various dinosaur species. From insulation, camouflage, and display to even gliding, feathers served numerous purposes in the lives of dinosaurs, having evolved millions of years before the first birds took flight. These discoveries reveal feathers as a widespread, adaptable trait that enabled certain dinosaur groups to thrive in diverse climates. The presence of feathers in theropods, and even in some large dinosaurs like Uteranus, highlights feathers as an ancient evolutionary adaptation shared across a broad range of species. Rather than being an exclusive trait of birds, feathers reveal the deep evolutionary connection between birds and their dinosaur ancestors, demonstrating the adaptability and sophistication of these remarkable creatures. 10. Dinosaurs were primitive creatures without intelligence. For many years, dinosaurs were viewed as primitive and unintelligent, often depicted as slow, lumbering beasts. However, research on brain structure, fossilized behavior, and social interactions has challenged this assumption, revealing that many dinosaurs likely exhibited a surprising level of cognitive sophistication. Fossil evidence, including endocasts, internal molds of brain cavities, and studies of brain-to-body size ratios, suggest that certain dinosaur species, particularly theropods like Trudon, had relatively large brains for their body size. This brain-to-body size ratio, known as the encephalization quotient (EQ), is an indicator of potential cognitive abilities. Truden, for example, had a higher EQ than most other dinosaurs, suggesting advanced sensory capabilities, problem-solving skills, and even complex social behaviors. Although dinosaurs generally had lower EQs compared to modern birds and mammals, theropods like Velociraptor also had comparatively large brains, likely supporting enhanced visual processing, motor control, and perhaps even rudimentary planning or strategic thinking. Social behaviors observed in certain dinosaur species provide further evidence of intelligence. Fossilized trackways showing coordinated group movement, as well as bone beds with remains of multiple individuals, suggest that some dinosaurs, such as Camarasaurus and Maiasaura, lived and traveled in herds. Herd behavior requires a certain level of social organization, coordination, and even cooperative behaviors, especially in protecting younger or weaker members. This type of social structure implies that these dinosaurs had the cognitive ability to form group bonds and engage in communal activities for mutual benefit. Additionally, discoveries of nesting sites and evidence of parental care, as seen with Maiasaura, good mother lizard, indicate that some dinosaurs invested time and effort into raising and protecting their young, a behavior typically associated with higher cognitive functions. Fossil nests of Maiasaura show organized arrangements of eggs with hatchlings remaining in the nest for a period, suggesting that these dinosaurs provided protection and food, requiring complex nurturing behaviors. Some theropods, such as Deinonychus, displayed problem-solving abilities that hint at a basic level of strategic thinking. Deinonychus and other dromaeosaurs possessed a large, retractable claw used not only for hunting but possibly for climbing, suggesting that these dinosaurs understood how to adapt their body movements to suit different tasks. Additionally, many dromaeosaurs are believed to have hunted in packs, which would have required a level of cooperation, planning, and coordination seen in intelligent predators today. Hunting in packs is often associated with more advanced cognitive processing, as it requires individual members to coordinate attacks and anticipate the movements of both prey and other members of the group. Theropods, particularly apex predators like Tyrannosaurus rex and Velociraptor, exhibited keen sensory adaptations and hunting strategies that indicate complex sensory processing and advanced predatory skills. Tyrannosaurus rex, for instance, had forward-facing eyes, which provided it with binocular vision and depth perception, crucial for tracking and accurately judging the distance to prey. Such adaptations suggest these dinosaurs were capable of processing complex environmental information and timing their attacks precisely, implying a level of strategic thinking and situational awareness. Advanced hunting techniques and sensory adaptations required processing abilities beyond mere instinct, pointing to a level of intelligence suited to their predatory lifestyle. Modern birds, which are direct descendants of certain theropod dinosaurs, also offer insight into the potential intelligence of their dinosaur ancestors. Birds, particularly corvids and parrots, are known for their problem-solving abilities, social complexity, and use of tools. The evolutionary connection between birds and theropod dinosaurs supports the possibility that certain cognitive traits seen in modern birds, such as tool use, communication, and learning, may have roots in their dinosaur ancestors. These parallels suggest that some cognitive abilities may have been present in certain dinosaur lineages long before birds evolved. Observing advanced behaviors in birds today provides a window into the types of intelligence that may have existed in dinosaurs, indicating that some dinosaurs were more intelligent and behaviorally complex than traditionally thought. In conclusion, the notion that dinosaurs were primitive and unintelligent has been increasingly challenged by fossil evidence pointing to advanced cognitive abilities, social structures, and complex behaviors. From the large brain sizes of theropods like Truden and Velociraptor to the sophisticated hunting strategies of Tyrannosaurus rex, many dinosaurs displayed characteristics associated with higher intelligence. Evidence from fossilized trackways, communal nesting sites, and the modern-day intelligence of birds indicates that dinosaurs were likely far more complex than once believed. Rather than being simple, mindless creatures, dinosaurs exhibited behaviors and cognitive traits that allowed them to adapt, cooperate, and thrive, demonstrating an intelligence suited to their ecological roles and survival needs. In conclusion, dinosaurs were far more diverse, adaptable, and complex than many early assumptions allowed. From the unexpected presence of feathers and their ability to thrive in a wide range of climates to the evidence of social behavior and intelligence, dinosaurs were not simply lumbering, mindless reptiles. They were creatures capable of advanced adaptations, intricate social structures, and varied lifestyles that span millions of years and continents. These fascinating discoveries not only challenge our previous misconceptions but also deepen our understanding of evolution, illustrating how traits we associate with modern animals had ancient roots in the age of the dinosaurs. As paleontologists continue to uncover new fossils and refine their interpretations, our appreciation of these extraordinary creatures, and their lasting impact on life on Earth, only continues to grow. Dinosaurs were truly remarkable beings, leaving a legacy that reaches far beyond their extinction.